Hey, friends! Welcome to Kirbylicious Podcast. This is a space where I bring together two generations, an older voice and a younger voice, to share their lived experiences and wisdom around a topic. But today, it's just me. I want to take a moment to reflect on the last episode. We talk about what I wish I knew at 27. I want to talk about what stayed with me, what I learned, and what really resonated. And hopefully, something here resonates with you too. After my conversation with Sophia and Dina about what it really means to be 27, I found myself reflecting a lot. Because, we were all looking at the same age, but from completely different perspectives. And it made me realize how much changes and also how much stays the same. One thing Sophia said really stayed with me. She talked about at 27, there are so many possibilities, but at the same time, it can feel overwhelming. And I felt that, but in a different way. When I was 27, I was living in Bangkok, Thailand. I was building my company, Kirby Studios. I was running a team, doing everything I could to make it work. For me, it didn't feel overwhelming because it was not overwhelming because of too many choices. It felt overwhelming because I thought there was only one way. Work harder, push more, keep going. It was exhausting. Sophia also said something really important, that she's learning to be okay with not having everything figured out. And hearing this, oh boy, honestly amazed me. Because at 27, I don't know you guys, I did not think like that at all. I thought I needed to have a plan. I thought I needed to prove myself. I did not give myself permission to not know. And then we have the elder guest, Dina. When she talked about being 27, she described it as a time of limitless possibilities, like anything could happen. And I felt that too. When I was 27, there was excitement, there was freedom. But what's interesting is back then, there was also a very clear path. You go to school, you get a job, you get married. Felt like there was a script. For me, I also felt that script, but I chose a different version of it. Instead of following a traditional path, I created my own. I moved to another country, from the Philippines to Thailand. I started a business, but even then, I felt I was still following kind of script, the script of success. And this is where I see the biggest difference between all three of us. Sophia is navigating too many possibilities. And then Dina had a generation with a very defined path. And me, I was somewhere in between, trying to create my own path, but still chasing expectation. But here's what's the same for the three of us. And this is what really stood out to me. And I think you can relate this too. At 27, we were all trying to figure it out. We were all looking for direction. And we were all trying to understand what actually matters. And something else that came up in that conversation: fear. Fear of the future, fear of making the wrong decision. And I had that too. But mine showed up as overworking, trying to control the outcome and trying to make sure I don't fail. And what I did not realize back then was that I was missing something important: relationships, connection, I spent so much time building something, but not enough time building a life. So when I achieved things, it didn't feel the way I thought it would. It felt empty. It felt lonely. And I think that's something all generations eventually learn, just at different times. Now, when I look at life, what matters most is simple: connection, meaningful conversations, being present. So if you're 27 right now, or even just in a place where you feel lost, I want you to take this gently. You don't have to follow a script. You don't have to figure everything out. And you don't have to rush your life. Because you know what? Whether you feel like you have too many options, or not enough direction, or trying to build your own path, we are all just figuring it out. Again, we are all just figuring it out. You are not late. You're exactly where you are. So trust the timing of your life. And if this is something you're navigating right now, I really encourage you to listen to the full episode of What I Wish I Knew at 27 with our guests, Sophia and Dina, because there's so much perspective there, from living it to looking back at it. And it might give you something you didn't even know you needed. So, friends, take care of yourself and be kind to yourself. And I'll see you in the next episode. Remember, savor your journey one story at a time.